Hello, everyone. Is that better? Let's do it like that. That's good. Hi. Welcome to the DOGSTREAM. Hi. Devil's Angel, King Gamer, Gladys Tamwin, Mary Meekin, Llama Boy, ISO Alien, Lazy Breakfast. Welcome to Something Scary Live. So today's a little bit silly. This is my puppy Lola. She's actually not a puppy. She's a grown dog, but she acts like a little pup. She's like 5. Isn't that crazy? Anyways, so the whole thing won't be my dogs, as much as I would love it to be. Reason we're doing a dog stream is because on Patreon we took a poll of what the patrons wanted the next fan hour to be. Y'all voted for a dog stream. So here's my dog. I don't know. So today I actually put the sketch right here. This is all the stuff we're going to talk about today. That way you know what to expect and you won't be disappointed. And you can leave and come back as you please. But I hope you stay. Oh God, I think she farted. Hold up. I can't be doing that on camera. She's such a dork. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to read y'all a riddle. Remember when I used to do that? And then after that, I have a couple really cool announcements to make. And then after that, dog stuff. Sorry, I'm reading the schedule I wrote. I'm like, what was I thinking? Oh, I'll show you guys some cool tricks that Lola knows. Because it's very cute. And then story time. I have a couple really cool stories to read. And then, what was after that? Oh, and then I'll tell you the answer to the riddle. You guys ready? All right, here we go. Oh, she's my little baby. Okay. Ooh, we got a super chat from Potato Man. I still love potatoes. Cool, Potato Man. PUBG Gamer Girl, thank you for the $1. All right, so before we get into the things, let's do this riddle first. All right, ready? If you know the answer, I guess you can write it in the thing. I won't tell you if you're right until the end. So, here we go. All right, this is from Reddit. So, if you've heard it before, sorry. I was taking a shower when I heard a scream from the living room. I got out of the bath and ran over there naked. When I got there, there was a man in a mask, and my mom, sister, and dad all lay on the floor dead. When the man saw me, he jumped out the window. I collapsed on the floor, pale. All right. I'm going to read it one more time just so you make sure you got it. I was taking a shower when I heard a scream from the living room. I got out of the bath and ran over there naked. When I got there, there was a man in a mask. My mom, sister, and dad all lay on the floor dead. When the man saw me, he jumped out the window. I collapsed on the floor, pale. Okay, yeah, that's a little tricky one. So far, no one has written the right answer. Also, I didn't really know what the answer was. I had to look it up. Jaden Benitez, what's your dog's name? This is Lola. And she's very bad. PUBG girl, draw your dog for an idea. Okay, sure. I'm actually really bad at drawing dogs. Announcements. Okay, I can't forget this stuff. All right, so if you haven't seen the video up on the channel, I just posted something, I want to say yesterday. Is today Wednesday? Yeah, yesterday. Posted a thing about this thing called Pop Base. I know that some of the comments, a lot of you have signed up already, which is awesome. Thank you so much. We really only needed 100 people, but you guys, but it's good to still sign up because you'll get notified when the app goes live. So you'll be able to play with it. So Pop Base is sort of like this digital fan community. There's going to be a bunch of other creators on there. So right now I think there's only like 5, and I'm one of the 5. And basically we all have our own little base inside of Pop City. Pop City is like the whole thing, and it's just like a digital version of creators there. And so you can visit the base, and there's a little digital version of me, and I'm very cute. And I look just like Hazel from School Spirit, if you've seen it. And basically you can play games. Everything is like something scary themed, which is super cool. So there's a bunch of little arcade games you can play. You can earn prizes and then like gain stuff. It's like really cool. Yeah, so I really hope you check it out. All you people who have already signed up, awesome. So that was that. If you haven't watched the video, go do that after this. What else? Yeah, so we launched our merch. There's so much happening, guys. We launched a limited edition merch run starting yesterday, and it goes until May 12th. So we have a bunch of cool things, and I'm going to show you real quick. We've got, and I designed all of these. So this one, we got this design. It just says, "Want to hear something scary?" with my face. Looks a little bit like the Obey thing. This, and this also comes as a hoodie, if that's more your jam. We've also got this one, which is my personal favorite, the Creature t-shirt. So I've got, it says, "Want to hear something scary?" And then my dog just ran away from me. And it's got Hachisaku Sama. It's got Mr. Widemouth. It's got my face. And it's got the creepy guy from Lady Blanca. Boop, 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 boop. What else? And then we've got this. That also comes as a hoodie. And got this one. Actually, this is my favorite, I think. It just says, "Want to hear something scary?" Boop, boop, boop. That also comes as a hoodie. And then finally, we've got a pillow that says "Sweet Dreams." If you want more information on how to get these things while you can until May 12th, there's a video on the channel that went up on Monday. Also, yeah, because I don't know if the link is down below, but yeah, go to that video and then the link is there. Anyways, go tell your parents to buy you stuff. Yay. All right. Oh, also, fun fact and another reason to join Patreon if you haven't. If you want to get a 10% discount on the merch you just saw, head on over to patreon.com/snarled and sign up to be one member of our Patreon. When you sign up, you are helping us keep the show running week after week. I know that a lot of people comment on how many ads we have and how many like things that we're doing, but like honestly, it's hard to make money as a creator, and you know, like this is my job, guys. You know, like I'm not just like, you know, messing around here in my room for no reason. This is my livelihood, and ads and sponsors help me continue doing the show and keep it free for all of you. So sponsors are really important, and yeah, just need you guys to know that. Cool. I think that was all of that. You guys ready for, all right, before we're gonna get into some stories, but first I need to show you guys Lola's cool trick so that the patrons can be happy. One sec. Hey Lola. I know, isn't she sweet? All right, Lola's gonna do a trick. Ready, Lola? Come here. Okay, this one's ballerina. Ballerina! Ballerina! Uh-oh. Yes, Lola, ballerina! No. Come up here. Ballerina! Ballerina! Good girl. I don't know if you can see her. Yeah, you can. All right, this last one. Bang! Good girl. She's not a great actress, but that's what she could do. All right. Let's bring that back. You guys ready for a story? I've got a couple picked out. I actually haven't read all of them through, so. Come here. Lola, come here. Ugh, she's being annoying now. Hey, go to your bed. Go to your bed while I read stories. Good girl. All right, she'll just be there in the corner being bad. Yeah, there we go. All right. Oh, bye, Vampire Queen. I like your Catbug shirt. Thank you. I didn't realize you guys knew who Catbug was. Ooh, it's very covered in dog hair. I don't know if you guys know this. Here's a fun fact. Before I was doing stuff for Snarled, I had a show on Channel Frederator called Toon Buzz. And it was like a weekly show where I talked about animation news, and I did reviews, And I interviewed people like Noelle Stevenson and Brian Burns, who was the director of Bravest Warriors for a while. I interviewed Catbug. Yeah, it was a really good time when I was doing stuff for Frederator. So if you want to see all those really cringy videos I used to make, head on over. Oh, I also used to do. I was a guest host. I was a guest person on another channel Frederator show, Cartoon Conspiracy. So those are all very awkward videos if you want to watch. What? Did somebody... Oh. What? Oh, sorry. I need to catch up on the super chats. Sing Elizabeth. Leal K1234. Pop Dart Animations. I've watched you for 3 years. Keep up the good work. Thank you. I haven't been doing Something Scary for 3 years. I don't know if you were talking about other stuff I've done, but thank you. The Adventures of Taylor. How do you post stories? I'm going to assume that the question you're asking is how do I send in a story? And if that's not your question, then sorry. But there's an email address right here. SomethingScary@snarled.com. So you go into your email thingy, put in the 2-part SomethingScary@snarled.com. I feel like a lot of times when I'm putting the the email address in like Instagram or on YouTube, it like highlights the @snarl.com part, and so people think that they're supposed to click on it, but you're not supposed to click on it. Don't do that. It's an email address. You send an email to that email. I think a lot of people get confused by that, so yeah, don't get confused. Anyway, all right, guys, ready for this story? I have postponed it long enough. Let's go. Oh shoot, did I lose it? It's been a long day, y'all. I've been up really early. I was shooting Travel Channel stuff earlier. Oh yeah, if you didn't know, I'm on TV. I am on a show on Travel Channel called Paranormal Caught on Camera. Basically, I'm like a paranormal expert, which is hilarious. I just get to talk about ghosts and ghost theories and stuff, which is super fun and super cool. And there's a new episode on tonight at 10 o'clock. So if you have Travel Channel, or if you are willing to buy the season on YouTube, it's available on YouTube for purchase. All right, here we go. This one's from Katie Rose. It's called My Neighbor Was a Ghost? ? I actually haven't read this one, so let's see how this goes. Lola! Hi! What a goof. Hey Sapphire, hope you like this paranormal story. I've experienced a lot of paranormal things in my life. I've seen a lot of spirits, but have never had the courage to communicate. I experienced something when I was 9 years old that, even though I'm 21 now, I can still visualize today, clear as ever. I live in a cul-de-sac in a pretty big suburb in Pennsylvania. My house and our neighbor across the street are both on the end of the circle. He is legally deaf, but can hear you if you yell at him, so he was always yelling to communicate. I had started out as friends with his daughter when we first moved to our house when I was 7, but she wasn't very nice to me, so I stopped hanging out with her. After that, he got increasingly weird and eventually accused us of killing his tailless cat after it went missing. He was always walking outside in his boxers or would do lawn work like mowing or weeding really late at night. The people next door to him always said they could see him rollerblading through the windows in his basement at like 10 or 11. He was definitely a strange guy. On this particular night, I followed my nightly routine by going downstairs into the kitchen to get a bowl of goldfish to bring back up while I was watching Nickelodeon. It was maybe 8 or 9 at night and completely dark out. Both of my parents were downstairs watching TV, my mom on the recliner, my dad on the couch. I took my bowl of goldfish, said goodnight to my parents, and started down the hallway. Our stairs are right by the front door, and the front door has small strips of windows on either side, so I can always see my neighbor's house across the street as I walk down the hall to turn up the stairs. As I went to turn to walk up the stairs, I noticed someone in my neighbor's driveway. There's only one tall lamp in the cul-de-sac, and it's always glowing a dull yellow color, so it doesn't do much help. I looked closer out the window, and even though the figure was black, I was sure it was my neighbor. He was walking down his driveway in boxers, a short men's fluffy robe, and slippers. He was heading towards his mailbox. I knew this man was strange, but I was confused to see him checking his mail so late at night. I kept watching. He opened the door to the mailbox and looked in. I guess there was nothing there because he closed the door and started to walk away empty-handed. Just as I was about to shrug it off, I noticed he turned around. Even though the figure was black, I couldn't see any features. I know he was looking right at me. He tilted his head and waved really big and cartoonish with his arm above his head. I gasped. How could he even see me? It's pitch black out. He turned around and made his way back up the driveway. Just when I thought he was going to run into the closed garage door, the figure turned into mist and seemed to drift through the door. I ran upstairs and closed the door to my room. I hid under my covers for most of the night. I never experienced anything like that related to my neighbor ever again, and I never told my parents about that experience until years later. Katie? What? So was your neighbor a ghost this whole time? Maybe he died that night, and what you saw that time was a ghosty ghost. I don't know. Boy, oh boy. All right, well, thank you, Katie Rose. All right, guys, let's do this next one. Again, haven't read this one, so we're going to learn together, but it looks really cool. She's got a lot of pictures. I wish I could show you. All right, so this one's called A Navajo Tale. Hey, idiot. Go to your bed. All right, here we go. Hi, my name is Ellie. I'm a 15-year-old Native American that lives in China. I am telling you a story that my mother has passed on to me and that I have passed on to people of many different generations. My mother first made up this story when she was a little girl, trying to scare her younger brothers and sisters. My mother is part of the Navajo tribe, and this story was tailored to the Navajo reservation setting. This story means a lot to me because this is the first story that introduced my cousins and I to love all things horror. I have many other stories, true stories, about the abnormal things that have happened to me and my family while living on the reservation, but I will start with this. And then she sent a bunch of pictures of like how farms look like. Oh, it's called Many Farms. Okay. All the roads are made of dirt. The houses are trailers, but the trailers are never close to the lake ever. Oh, sorry, baby. I was squeezing her ear weird. Fun fact, anyone who is 70 and over wears traditional Navajo clothes, and adult men wear cowboy hats and boots. The click in the story is just a mouth click pop, and the sh sounds like shushing someone. Sounds like click, click, shh. There's a file at the top to show how it sounds. Oh, she sent an audio file. That is so sweet. All right, so this is called click, click, shh. No one goes behind the Many Farms Lake. No one. Everyone on the Navajo reservation is very superstitious, and they all believed that there was a monster that lived behind the river. Legend says that there were beautiful fruit trees that were planted behind the river, and the man who owned the lake at the time said that anyone to come to the lake could buy the fruit. However, most people lived in poverty and could not afford the price of the fruit. So people used to come at midnight when the owner was asleep to steal the fruit. When the owner realized that people were stealing, he became very angry and asked the devil to turn him into a monster to scare off the thieves. The devil granted his wish and turned the man into a tall, hairless, incredibly fast monster. When he sees people behind the lake, instead of scaring them, he hunts them down and kills them. The devil had turned him completely into a monster, losing all of his human compassion and morals. No one has ever lived to tell the story of seeing the creature face to face, but people have heard him and seen his shadow as he walks around the lake, hunting for his next prey. They say when he walks, it sounds like a horse, clicking and dragging its feet on the ground. However, only one man on the reservation didn't believe this story. He went to the army when he graduated high school and didn't believe anything his relatives told him. He often drove home late in the night when he worked in Chinle, I don't know how to say that, a neighboring town to Many Farms, at a construction site during the summertime. Since he was 34 without a college degree, the only place that would hire him with decent pay was the construction site working on building a new gas station. His mother would always beg him to come home earlier because she didn't want him to get killed by the click, 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 shh. I can't do that well. Please, his mother said, I'm begging you. I don't want to lose you. He just waved off his mother and said, I'll be fine. At least I'll die bringing you home money. Please come back before midnight, she sobbed, or it might get you. This happened every morning. His mother would ask him not to leave and be careful. He always came home before midnight just so his mother slept at night and not worried about him. However, this all changed. He began to come home later and later. One night, when he was driving home from work, his truck suddenly turned off. He simply cursed at the truck for stopping and tried to start the vehicle again. He traveled for another mile in the truck and it turned off again. This time, when he tried to start it, the battery in the car had died. He realized that he would just have to walk home, which was another 5 miles. He got out of his truck and started walking. He noticed the beauty of the moon shining down on the lake. As he started walking, he realized that he was walking behind the lake, and he could hear his mother's words echoing in his head. He heard the sound of the click, click, shh. It was very faint, and it sounded exactly the way his mother says it. He immediately turned around and nothing was behind him. The man thought he was being foolish and continued to walk. To think he was scared of a silly story. As he continued to walk, he heard the click, click, shh, and tried to mask it with the sounds of his cowboy boots hitting the dirt road. He would louder and louder until the click, click, shh sounds got louder and louder as he walked. The man stopped and turned around. Nothing was there. He then started walking away and immediately heard the click, click, shh of the monster. The man turned around again and saw a figure in the dark. It was tall and looked almost human-like. The man took a few steps toward the creature and stared at it for a moment. All of a sudden, the figure charged at the man. The click, click, shh followed the figure. The man screamed and turned around fearfully. He grabbed his hat from off his head and started running for his life as he held his hat. The click, click, shh followed his exact footsteps. As the man ran, he turned his head and saw that the figure was catching up. He threw his hat at the creature, hoping it would slow him down. But it didn't. It just made the monster angrier, and the click, click, shh became faster and faster. The man saw that he was a few feet away from the side of the lake. He thought the monster would leave him alone if he could just get to the side of the lake. But the man tripped on a rock that was protruding from the dirt road. He fell. He turned over and saw the click, click, shh standing over him. Its piercing yellow eyes and 6-inch claws were glistening in the moonlight. He was tall, must have been about 7 feet, and his pale, hairless skin was covered in scars and goosebumps. His mouth looked like a shark's, several rows of teeth panting in his large mouth. The man looked at the monster and whispered, "I'm sorry, my mother." No one ever saw the man again. Some say the monster turned the man into a monster as well. Others say that the monster killed him. Most think that the creature carried the man's soul into the afterlife to see his mother after she killed herself when she heard the news of her missing son. Oh my God, that took a dark-ass turn. Ooh, that's cool. I'm going to star that one. Maybe I'll use that for a episode. I think that's cool. All right. Ooh, people are yelling in the chat. That's not cool. All right, guys. Let's see. Where am I? What was I doing? Oh, duh. So, All right, guys. You ready for the riddle answer? Maybe you guys can help me because I actually don't fully understand the riddle either. All right, let's hear that riddle again. I was taking a shower when I heard a scream from the living room. I got out of the bath and ran over there naked. When I got there, there was a man in a mask, and my mom, sister, and dad all lay on the floor dead. When the man saw me, he jumped out the window. I collapsed on the floor, pale. So I don't think anybody said the answers in the chat yet, but I think what the answer is, hang on, what does this say? So, oh. What? Oh, that's... Sorry, I'm reading. Someone said, the killer put poisonous gas in the house and jumped out so he didn't poison himself. No. No. Okay, so... It's a cat? She's a vampire? He jumped out because he was in shock because she was naked? No. She might have gotten sick. The man saw the massacre and that's why she was in the shower. She was killed from behind and the other killer ghosted. Yeah. Okay, so one theory is that the protagonist, the person telling the riddle, was the one who killed their family, and so they went into the shower to wash off the blood, and then while that was happening, somebody came in to the house to like rob the house, and then saw all these people dead, and so when the person telling the riddle, jump out of the shower and look to see like who was screaming, because like, oh crap, is like, are they still alive? And then she saw the guy, and then the guy ran out because he knew that that person was the killer, probably, right? But then what I don't understand is why the riddle person collapses too. So that's why I'm kind of like, okay, maybe it does have something to do with gas, but then why are you in the shower? Or I know this one's a little bit weird. The guy was screaming. Could be a robber that put gas in the house. So maybe the robber put the gas and it killed everyone and was wearing a... But then who would... Oh, so the screaming could have been from... what do you call it? The screaming could have been from the mom or the dad or the sister that died. Oh, okay. So dark Pokemon caller, Sapphire. The guy had poisoned the room and after the girl died... Oh. Okay. So the person who's telling the riddle is not the killer. What? Okay. See, man, Reddit. I got that one from Reddit, and the answer was wrong. Also, I think my father-in-law just like just sent a $50 super chat. Thanks, Dad. All right, cool. Ew, someone just said, notice me or you're the worst narrator. That's rude. I'm not going to say your screen name because that's what you want, and you were being mean. All right, guys, that's it for today. I only just now got the notification that I was live, so that's kind of annoying. Anyways. All right, well, thanks for sticking around, y'all. Yeah, it is 5 o'clock. Okay. So a couple reminders. Join our Patreon if you want a 10% discount on our merch. To check out our merch, just go to the merch video on the channel. It was posted on Monday. Yeah, we have a bunch of cool stuff. We got shirts, hoodies, and pillows. Oh, and don't forget to say hi to Lola. Also, SomethingScary at snarled.com. That's where you send stories. Don't send them to anything else because I do not read them unless they are sent here. Because I don't check anything else. What else? Oh, yeah, and then feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'm at Awkward Sapphire. On YouTube and Twitch, I'm Sapphire Sandalo. I used to live stream on that a lot, but I'm thinking of starting it again because like I kind of miss it a tiny bit. Oh, and then on Facebook, I'm sapphiresandalo.official. And cool. All right. Was that all I had to remind you guys of? Yeah. By Tia Amaker, Juliana Torres, Mallory Anderson, Trinity Lopez, Chiquita Hendricks, Nicholas Sommers, Michael Carr, Patricia Johnson, Allison Menchaca, Jamarian Blount, Roblox Gaming, Melina Scarpio, Dagger, Daddy Deku, Gloria Cortez. I'll see you guys next month. Bye. Oh, bye, Lola. Oh, it's so tiny. It's so small.